Hi, welcome to Sanka Empire. I am Mwakara Monday and I am here to share with you a very interesting grant opportunity. This grant opportunity is called the Roddenberry Catalyst Fund and it's actually targeted as new and early stage entrepreneurs. This grant opportunity is issuing grants worth $2,500 minimum and a maximum of 15,000 US dollars to entrepreneurs. It is very interesting to state that this grant is a reliable grant that has been won time past, and we are bringing this opportunity to you this time. Grab this opportunity. The only thing you need to do is to follow my lead through this video as I share with you interesting tips that will help you in submitting your application. I will also take you through the application procedures. Before that, I will also share with you the eligibility. So just stay through, but while you do so, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, like this video and share it with your friends even if you're not eligible. When you click on the link in the description of this video, it will take you to this page. Now if you look at the menu bar, you will see foundation, you see fellowship, you see catalyst, you see catalyst plus, you see price. We are actually looking at the catalyst. That's the first catalyst. That's what we call the catalyst fund. So it will take you to this page where we talk about big bold ideas for a better future. Now let me quickly say this. The catalyst funds makes grants between $2,500 to $15,000 to anyone anywhere in the world. Your geographical region does not prevent you from applying for this grant or from winning this grant. So this is the first urge. But before we look at the application procedures, let's quickly look at the eligibility. What they are actually looking at, they are looking at early stage entrepreneurs or ideas. It is either you are venturing into a new market, it is either you are actually talking about a new idea, a new invention, an innovation, or your business, your organization, or your company is actually new or within the early stage. They are actually they are actually giving out seed grants and for early stage entrepreneurs. Then the ideas for you to be eligible, the ideas must be very big and bold. When we talk about big and bold ideas, we're actually looking at ideas that are addressing world issues. The ideas is addressing a global issue. The idea, but locally, yes, let me add that so that you don't get confused. When I say global issues, we actually be thinking about, oh, what issues will be this global? But what I mean is, these ideas that look scary, these ideas that seems it will not work, these are ideas that they are talking about. The ideas that ordinarily people will say, how can you do this? These are ideas that the Roddenberry is interested in. Your idea can be that idea if you present it well in this application. If you don't know how to do it, our inbox is open for you. Then we talk about the criteria, we talk about the eligibility, and we talk about every other thing. But while we go, I will take you through the eligibility. Click on apply now first. When you click on apply now, it will actually take you to a page that we ask you to to sign up. This one is already signed in. Yeah, we are already logged in. Yeah, for the sake of this application. But it will actually take you a page. It take you to a page where you'll be asked to sign up. Then you just register by inputting your name, your phone number, your email, and your password. Once that is done, it will take you to this page. Now, these are the application processes. You can see it here on my screen. The application processes. The first one is registration. That's the sign up I told you about. The second one is eligibility. The third one is the project overview, plan and matrix, organization, and team confirmation and signature. Now, let me talk about it briefly because I will not take you through this application process. I will just give you hints on how to attempt each of these processes. The first one's registration, which I believe have been done. Eligibility now. This eligibility, you will just be answering yes or no, yes and no question to confirm if you are eligible or not, where they will ask you about your project, if your project satisfies social condition, if your project is new, if your project is actually addressing a bold idea and all that. Yes, that is actually what they are interested in. And if you do not, let me give you an example of the questions. First, this is the first question. My proposal is for a new or early stage initiative. If you click on no, then you are not eligible. But if you click on next, yes, and click on next, then it will take you definitely to a new question. Sorry, this is another question. Still on eligibility, my request is less than 15,000 and meets the requirement listed above. Now, you look at the requirements. Examples of proposal that will not be funded. So they actually listed some requirements where it talks about what you will use the money for and what you will not use the grant funds for. What the grant funds can be used for and what it will not be used for. So the first thing is, if your request is less than 15,000 and meets the requirements above, you click on yes. If it is more than 15,000, then it is no. And if it is no, then you are not eligible for this grant, because the Roddenberry Catalyst Fund is funding only $15,000 maximum per application. Yes, their funds is between 2,500 US dollars to 15,000 US dollars. So it must be within 15,000 or something less than $15,000. So you click on yes. I will not take you through the I will not take you through everything here, because I would also like us to talk about the project overview. Yes. Now let's talk about the project overview. If you can see on the bar here, we've moved from registration, eligibility to project overview. This is the only part I will share the hint with you, because the other parts are questions you can answer or you seek for professional assistance in answering those questions. The first thing I want you to look at is the categories that the Roddenberry is actually interested in. We have climate, environment and energy, we have education, we have gender equality, equity and women, we have health, we have human and civil rights, we have immigrants and refugees, we have LGBTQ, we have poverty, we have technology and data, we have war, conflict and disaster. Now, in each of these, there are drop downs. When you talk about climate, you see agriculture, biodiversity, clean energy, and all that. It is, in summary, it is actually encompassing, it actually covers wide areas. So your business, your ideas is most likely going to be or going to fall within at least one or two of these categories. So the first thing you do is you tick as appropriate. Then you move on. If you're talking about poverty and we are talking about food security, you click on it and you proceed. Now, each of the essay questions have word limits. Maximum word count is 400 and the minimum word count is 100. So what you should do is you must first be careful with your word limits. Always take note of that. While answering these questions, they are very specific. All right. Yeah, we are talking about the problem statement. The question is, what is the problem you are addressing and why it is important? The first thing is you must understand that this question is two questions in one. The first one is, what problem are you addressing? The second one is the significance of that problem, the importance of that problem. So the first thing you need to do is to be able to make your problem known to the investor. This is the problem that your idea will solve or your idea is addressing. When that is done, you must show that it is necessary to solve this problem at this time. You must show the urgency for your solution, why it is important, how is this problem affecting these people, how many people are affected by this problem, the severity of the problem on these people, and the necessity for that solution. You must bring it up. You must bring it, you spice your application up in a way that the investor will see the urgency of funding you to address the solution. That is everything they need you to do. And for you to do that, you must actually bring up statistics. You must actually bring up figures. And these figures, they indicate here that you must be very specific as possible, including any statistics or research that support your understanding of the problem. Citations of your sources are encouraged because they will verify the information you are providing. It is necessary you cite your sources because they will verify the information you are providing, and it is this information, the urgency of it, that is necessary. If your work addresses multiple problems, e.g. food insecurity and climate change, how does these problems intersect? I will give you a case study so that you understand this question very well. For an entrepreneur or an individual producing irrigation cans will help the farmer to fight the effects of climate change like droughts and irregular rainfall, right? Irrigation cans will help the farmer to water their crops irrespective of the weather at that particular time. So it helps the farmer to move or to reduce their dependence on rain-fed agriculture. Now, this irrigation can is an innovation, and it's actually fighting climate change, drought, and all that. In a way, it also enhances food security by so doing solving the problem of food insecurity. Because if you check statistics, particularly in Africa, almost all the countries has lost food produce to climate change. Not just to climate change, because of the dependence on rain-fed agriculture, there is irregular rainfalls in most parts of Africa now due to climate change. This irregular rainfalls has actually caused heavy loss on the part of farmers, which is felt in the markets and in our kitchen. So when you were expecting 10 tons of a particular product that you planted, but when it got to harvest, before harvest, because of irregular rainfall, you've actually lost about 2 tons. That affects the availability of that farm produce in the market. It also affects the price. It affects so many things about it. So if you are actually bringing irrigation cans, you are solving these two problems, and you must show where climate change and food insecurity intersect. You must show where it intersects. When you show where it intersects, it will actually help. You can demonstrate it where it intersects, and it will actually help to spice up your application. It's a very simple thing. You follow through the application questions and you get to the end. Note that at the submission point of your application, you'll be asked to submit your business registration documents. Or if it is not a business and it's an organization like a not-for-profit, you will be asked to submit your registration certificates. It is necessary. You'll also be asked to submit your team names and qualifications of your team members. It is very, very necessary. I encourage you once again, grab this opportunity, submit your application. There is no deadline. There is no deadline for now. These applications, the Roddenberry Catalyst Funds accept applications all year round. As we speak, there is no deadline. Submit your application. The earlier you submit the application, the better for you. Sanka Empire is here. Should you need our assistance for your grant applications, proposal writing, business plans, and coaching, we coach and train business executives on diverse areas, business strategies, customer relations, and others, including and most importantly, grant writing. Thank you. Remember to subscribe to this channel and share this video. See you again.